Welcome to a Toyota game recap. Denver Nuggets got the job done in Dallas tonight. 117-113 the final. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up right there. Michael Porter Jr. throwing it down. A huge game for him. He's now had 3 games back with the Nuggets since being out due to health and safety protocols. And guys, I think it's safe to say that MPJ has found his rhythm again.
Boy, he really has. How about 30 points in just 28 minutes? MPJ was spectacular tonight, Demps, particularly behind the arc, 6 for 10. And when you get hot like that, other teammates kind of get that feeling too. So the Nuggets dominated behind the arc tonight.
Yeah, they did. 15 three-pointers in total. And, Michael Porter Jr. said this after the game. He said, listen, my teammates got me a lot of open looks, and we're seeing them get him a lot of open looks. And, he doesn't need wide open looks to be able to knock down three-point shots, but he's gotten them. And you see the progression of what he's been able to do in the last 3 games, since he's returned to the team. That's just doubling your output every single time and getting up to 30 points here tonight.
Yeah, Mike, that's all I got to say.
Yeah,
Mike. I mean, seriously, we know what he's capable of. We know what he can put on the floor, especially from an offensive perspective. But tonight, he was a part of a bench unit that put up ridiculous numbers against Dallas.
Oh, they dominated 63-29. Like Dem said earlier on, if you take out MPJ's 30, they still win the bench.
They still win.
Unbelievable. This bench is really playing well. Coach Malone has a great feel for him, knows exactly who to play when, and that's a good feeling for a player, too. You know when you're going to go in the game.
Yeah, and that's really a good point. I mean, they spent the better part of the first month or so trying to get this figured out, and he hit on a couple of lineups that maybe were good defensively or some were good offensively. You kind of played them together, and then you start to see some of these players really get comfortable. JaMychal Green comfortable, Monte Morris comfortable running this group, Campazzo comfortable in the NBA in general. And so as these things continue to get better, well, I think we'll just see that bench unit continue to thrive.
And Dempsey made this point too. That was an area of tonight's game, the battle of the benches, that the Nuggets knew they needed to win, given how many people were down for the Dallas Mavericks. And the Nuggets came in and took care of business in that regard. But this would not be a Denver Nuggets win if we didn't talk about Nikola Jokic. He recorded his 17th straight double-double. And in case you're not so great at math, the Nuggets have only played 17 games, which means that he has had a double-double in every single game so far this season, dominating once again, Hans.
Oh, spin move, dunks going to the rim, offensive rebounds. The Joker just plays. He just knows how to get it done. Had some passes, not the humongous numbers, but just solid. Just impact plays when you're coming out of a timeout, go to him, and he makes the right decision again and again.
And you see this list here with most double-doubles to start a season, and Bill Walton's on that list, and Moses Malone is on that list. And when you're on this list with that kind of company, you're doing some things. And for Nikola Jokic, one thing also, the first 2 clips were right off the top. And you see his activity level to the rim was really, really high. And we wondered, after the 2 overtime games in Phoenix, like what kind of energy level would these guys have? And you could see he was ready to go. He was energized from the start, and his team fed off of that.
All right, the Nuggets get this win in Dallas. Up next in just a couple days, they take on the Miami Heat. So the road trip will continue. We will have your coverage here on Altitude starting at 4:30 p.m. We'll get you covered, get you ready for that one.